Thank you. First order of business is the opening and reading of bids for the PSAP facility interior remodel.
In no particular order, the first bid is from R. Yoder Construction out of Napanee, Indiana. There is a bid form, signed Form 96. Green investment.
Excuse me, if you're speaking, you need to announce your name.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Stephen Krumkowski with DLZ. I'm here with Julie Tubby, who's the director at the PSAP, to open the bids for you for the PSAP remodel project. So there is a bid bond as well. Base bid amount $367,507. $367,507. They did acknowledge addendum number 1 as well.
Yoder
From
Construction.
Yoder Construction, 367,507.
Yoder.
The next bid will be from Brown and Brown out of Wakarusa, Indiana. They do have the bid form, Form 96, and a bid bond. Also acknowledgement of addendum number 1. Base bid amount of $311,825. $311,825. Next bid is from Robert Henry Corporation of South Bend, Indiana. There is a bid form. There is a bid bond. Form 96, acknowledgement of addendum number 1. Base bid amount of $290,578. $290,578. One final bid from Gibson Lewis out of Mishawaka, Indiana. They have the bid form. Bid bond. Acknowledgement of addendum number 1. Base bid amount of $327,700. $327,700. So that concludes the actual bid opening.
So we'll review.
We will review and we will make a recommendation to you.
Today.
We can do it today, or we can do it at the next board
Put it
meeting.
on the agenda for the next board meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
So we need a motion to refer it back for review by the team.
Motion to
Motion to review.
review it. So moved.
Second. Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote? Aye. Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Baxmeyer, how do you vote?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Good luck, see you.
Cleared the room.
I'll send you an email. I'll do it.
Next item on the agenda is the 2020 23 police vehicle mechanicals. Items of interest.
Good morning.
Sorry, Troy.
Troy Warner with the County Police Department. Our bids are nowhere near as exciting as that. We received no bids. We do have a meeting scheduled later this week with Enterprise to discuss going with them, providing the vehicles. It has been a challenge just finding any vehicles, and the vehicles we are finding are anywhere from 15 to 25% higher in price than last year. So we're trying to find any available and efficient options that we can. I believe the proper motion would be, Mr. Mish, would be to table this. Is that just a little?
I think we should table it.
Yeah, that would make sense. We can do a motion to table.
To table it? Motion to table?
Second.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote? Aye. Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Baxmeyer, how do you vote?
Aye.
And I'm
Motion
sorry.
carries.
This market we're in.
Next, do we have a motion to approve the accounts payable docket?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote? Aye. Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Baxmeyer, how do you vote?
Aye. Next item is reappointments to the Area Plan Commission. Robert Hawley and Brittany Gendron. Have any questions or comments? They both are currently serving and wish to be reappointed. Do we have any other open for nominations?
Well, motion to nominate Robert Hawley and Brittany Gendron, or do we have to do it one at a time?
Nope.
Two?
Do them both together.
That's what.
Do we have a second?
Second. Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote? Aye. Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Baxmeyer, how do you vote?
Aye. Next is the reappointment to the St. Joseph County Drainage Board, Randall Mathis. Do we have a motion to open nominations?
Motion to open nominations.
We don't have to do that. You can just say
Just nominate.
opening nominations.
Opening nominations.
Well, the nomination that we have is Randall Mathis.
Anyone else?
Hearing none, we close the nominations. We have a motion.
Motion to approve Randall to the St. Joseph Drainage Board.
Second.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote? Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Baxmeyer, how do you vote?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next is reappointment to the Walkerton Lincoln Township Public Library Board. Karen Hesters, who is currently serving, and I believe is the president. Do we have a motion to open nominations?
Motion to open nominations, and nomination would be Karen Hester.
Any other
Any other
nominations?
nominations? Hearing none,
Close nominations and vote on it.
Is there a motion to approve? For actually to move, actually to oppress, to the
Reappoint.
Walkerton Lincoln, to the reappoint the Walkerton Lincoln Township Board from Karen Hester's there.
I'll second that.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Baxmeyer, how do you vote?
aye.
Motion carries.
Next is a new appointment to fill a vacancy on the Airport Authority Board, Dr. Vincent Henderson. Open nominations. We have any other nominations?
I have nomination for Dr. Vincent Henderson.
Second.
Closing nominations. Call for the vote.
We have a motion to appoint him? We do.
A motion, yes,
Yes.
to appoint him.
Second that one too.
Commissioner.
I'll vote aye.
Perfect. Commissioner Fleming, how do we vote?
Aye.
And Commissioner Baxmeyer, how do you vote?
Aye.
Good, thank you.
Next is approval of the settlement agreement.
This agreement was negotiated by my partner, Peter Augustino. It is a nominal amount to put the lawsuit behind us. He has asked that I speak on it today and ask for your approval to get this federal lawsuit settled.
Any questions about the lawsuit or the settlement? If not, do we have a motion to approve the settlement agreement?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote? Aye. Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Baxmeyer, how do you vote?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Finally, approval of the security contract with Trinity Protection Group.
This is a new security overlay. It's going to be in the county city building. We've been working on this since I was elected with former council member, now he's a surveyor or something,
That's what I hear.
Krasinski, and everybody else, Bree, Robert. We worked on this extensively, had a safety assessment from the Coppins Group. So we are going to go with the new security, which consists of off-duty South Bend policemen and retired officers. So there'll be an upgrade of people, citizens coming in off of Lafayette, employees coming off of Jefferson. We're in the process of redoing the lobby to make it more safer for our employees and people coming in. So this is a good thing for the safety of all people in this building.
Any other questions or comments? Certainly has been worked on for quite a while. Hearing no other comments or questions, do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the security contract.
Second.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Baxmeyer, how do you vote?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next, from the Department of Health, approval of the agreement between the Department of Health, St. Joseph County Surveyor, and the United States Department of Interior. Does anybody wish to speak?
So this is an agreement, we enter into it every year. The health department pays $1,500.
Say your name and say.
Oh,
what you're-
Mark Esbick, St. Joe County Health Department, 9th floor. The surveyor's office pays $1,500, we pay $1,500, and the USGS pays $1,800. And it's this groundwater monitoring network. There's 29 wells across the county, and it's mainly used to determine the water depth and at what levels of water we have. It can be used, you say when we have flooding events, from time to time we'll get groundwater flooding, which you really don't see until it's coming into your basement. So this will help with insurance settlements for the citizens, showing that we had high levels of groundwater. It can be used to help determine the fluctuation in seasonal high water tables, which kind of helps us with our septic preventing as well.
So does the surveyor have to go out and inspect all of those?
All the surveyor's office does is pay $1,500, sorry.
All right.
Certainly monitoring and protecting our groundwater. is
Right, and
important.
we have access to those wells, so if there's something occurs in the county and we need to get they're pretty deep, but we could get a deep background sample basically to show, the surface contamination and if it's entered, how far it entered into the groundwater. But we do have access to the wells for sampling if needed.
I think it would be good to take the surveyor out there to acclimate him to everything that you're going to be doing.
We'll do that, we'll do it.
Okay, I think his office is in that corner, if you see him, so that'd be good.
I agree. I think that would be really good to get done. Fortunately, we're not like California or Florida where we got more and more, so hopefully we keep everybody happy and healthy. Yes.
Moments, you just want to get Bobby out there.
Well, you want to be the surveyor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments? If not, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve the agreement between St. Joseph County Health Department and the United States Department of Interior.
And the surveyor.
And the surveyor, yes, and the
Second
surveyor.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote?
Going A.
Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Baxmeyer, how do you vote?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Finally, from Infrastructure Planning and Growth, approval to advertise bids for the Angela Boulevard Bridge rehabilitation.
Sky Nutters, Department of Infrastructure Planning and Growth, office is on 7th and 11th floor. As part of our bridge program, we've been doing design on several of our major bridges in the county, and this particular bridge, the Angela Boulevard Bridge, over St. Joseph River is it's mainly just an overlay of the deck and some guardrail repair and other minor things. But it's ready to go, and what I would recommend is that you approve the attached notice to bid to be advertised in the paper, with bids being opened on February 7th this year. Happy to answer any
Do
questions.
you have the, once all that stuff's done, do you have a tentative date when that work will be done on all that?
I'll have to look at the specs, but it will be in late spring, early summer, is the plan.
That's cool. But for those, Mr. Kursich, that have lived around there and rode bikes probably before you were born, Sky, over that bridge, it's gonna be very cool to hook that up with the coal line, and so you've got a great biking trail that people wanna go to, so.
Any other comments, questions? If not, do we have a motion to approve advertising for bid requests?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Baxmeyer, how do you vote?
Aye.
Motion carries.
I can't hear you.
Are they doing something with the trestle?
Where have you been?
I'm asking that
Half
question.
of it's down.
I haven't been in the neighborhood.
Oh, of course, it's not an election time now, is it?
Oh, whatever.
There being no old business, we will move on to public comments. Does anybody in the room wish to make a comment? Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Dan Caruso, 305 Compton Street, New Carlisle. I was just going to wish everybody Happy New Year, but I've just come from the redevelopment commission meeting. Some of you were there and heard what went on at that meeting. There's already an internet troll out there. And having heard what went on down there, that is not what happened at the redevelopment commission meeting. The person says, and they go by the name of Josh Jules. They have no friends, they have no contacts, so it's obviously a troll. Says Bill Shalio stated it was definitely coming at the meeting. Contact him and ask him questions. I'm just repeating exactly what he said. I'm not a defender of Bill Shalio, but Bill Shalio did not say it was coming, that the Altium project was coming. He said there's an agreement to hold things open for in case GM, LG wanted to come. There was options on the farmland which protected the Kaminskis and the Sebastis and also protected the county. But Bill Shalio did not state that Altium is coming. It looks like it is, but Bill did not say Altium is coming. Josh Jules needs to get his information straight or get his ears checked. Thank you.
Anyone else wish to make a public comment this morning?
I have questions, but I'm not asking any questions.
Anybody who's joined us online wish to make a comment? Ms. Nick, I'm sorry, thought I saw a hand go up.
Councilmember Hazen, how's that skating rink going over there? That was a tough question.
That was-
That's a tough
there's one
question.
answer.
It's a tough question.
Well, there being no further comments, do we have a motion to recess?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote? Commissioner Fleming, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Baxmeyer, how do you vote?
Aye,
Motion carries.
thank you.